This is the critical thinking module. Everything we've done so far has been about improving output quality. Now we need to talk about evaluating what you get back, because a well-crafted prompt does not guarantee a correct answer. Here's the core truth. AI is confident. Confidence is not accuracy. Humans usually signal uncertainty. We say things like, I think, or I'm not sure, or you might want to double check that. AI often doesn't do that. It can say something false in the exact same tone it uses when saying something true. That's why you can't read AI output like a search result and assume it's reliable. You have to read it like an editor reads a draft. That means asking, is it accurate? Is it appropriate for this audience in this situation? Is it complete, or did it quietly skip part of the task? That mindset is one of the biggest differences between weak and strong AI users. Weak users accept the shape of the answer. Strong users evaluate the substance of the answer. Let's make hallucinations concrete. A hallucination is when AI generates information that sounds plausible but is flat out false. Common examples include made-up statistics. Studies show 73% of employees, that number might be completely invented quotes. Something attributed to a real person who never actually said it. Fabricated citations. A journal article that looks real. Author, year, volume, page numbers, but doesn't exist. Wrong details. Incorrect dates, names, titles, policies, company facts, or legal references. Here's a useful rule of thumb. The more obscure the topic, the higher the hallucination risk. AI is generally better on common knowledge and common patterns. It's much less trustworthy when specificity, novelty, or current information really matters. That doesn't mean you should stop using it. It means you should calibrate your trust. Here's a simple checklist you can run in about 60 seconds. 1. Accuracy. Are there facts, figures, dates, names, links, regulations, or claims that need verification? If so, verify them. 2. Appropriateness. Is this right for this specific audience, this relationship, in this moment? AI doesn't know the emotional context unless you've told it. 3. Completeness. Did it actually do everything you asked? Go back to your prompt and check. AI often does 70 or 80% of the task really well while quietly skipping a requirement. 4. Voice. Does this sound like you or your organization? AI's default tone tends to be slightly generic, slightly corporate, and a little over-smoothed. You might need to sharpen it, warm it up, or make it sound more like an actual human. 5. What's missing? This is where your expertise really shows up. What should be there that isn't? Often the difference between acceptable output and excellent output isn't fixing what's wrong, it's adding what's missing. Not everything needs the same level of checking. If AI suggests a better structure for your email or gives you 10 brainstorm ideas for webinar titles, that's generally a higher trust use case. If AI gives you a number, a date, a named study, a legal reference, a quote, or a hyperlink, verify it. And if the output is public-facing, professional, legal, or consequential, verify it even more carefully. One subtle but important warning. AI sometimes generates links that look completely real, but aren't. Right domain, believable path, convincing format, but the page doesn't exist. So don't paste AI-generated links into real work without clicking them first. Again, the point isn't fear. The point is judgment. AI can still be extremely useful in high-stakes work if you treat it as a draft partner, not as an unquestioned authority. Now let's deliberately stress test AI. Use the suggested prompt on screen and make it specific to your domain. Then review what comes back using the editor's checklist. And most importantly, verify at least one claim. The point of this exercise isn't to catch AI in a lie for dramatic effect. It's to train your instincts. Once you see how plausible an incorrect answer can look, your relationship with AI becomes a lot healthier. You stop treating it like an oracle. You start treating it like a very fast draft partner that still needs supervision. Now we come to the final D. Even if the output is good, and even if you verified it, there's still one more question. Should this task have been done this way in the first place? That's diligence.